I think as time goes on, I really start to realize what matters most to me in my life. I've had quite a hard time coming to terms with my passions because I'm afraid that I'm going to fail. And that fear of failure has stopped me again in my tracks of actually starting. I only make it to the first step and I give up. And my hope for this video is to reinstill that belief in myself, reinstill that love and passion that I have for creating content. And this time around, I want to do things a little differently. I want to mainly focus on YouTube, and I really want to grow on YouTube because I've seen the growth I've made in such a short time, and I haven't even really given as much effort as I can. And just that thought alone fills me with a little bit of hope that I might be able to get to that place that I want to go. And I realize that it's not going to be easy. And some days I might even want to give up, but I hope that when those days do come along, I have enough motivation and discipline, because I think discipline is honestly even more important than motivation. Just enough to push through those tough days and create those videos anyways, because my goal is to really post consistently and post every single day. And I know I did day one, and then I kind of went MIA. And if you've been following me along my journey, I am sorry about that. But I almost feel like I've learned more after I went MIA than before because I think I was kind of forcing things at that time. Just because there's been so much uncertainty that I've been feeling. But now I've really come to terms with what I want to do. And I see a direction I can take, and I even see the results that could come of this. Whether or not that happens or not, I don't know. But I hope as I move down this path, I hope things become a little more clear for me and I understand, my journey a little more and why I am here to do this for YouTube and for all of you and for myself. And I feel like that's tough to figure out who you are as a person just because there's so much going on in the day-to-day life. Everybody's so busy, and no matter who you are, I'm sure you relate to this to some extent. It's like there's so many paths you could take, but which one resonates the most with you? And that is so tough to decide because a lot of people have a lot of passions, a lot of people have a lot of things that they like to do, and then the world just throws things in your face that you just got to deal with, and sometimes that leads you to make other decisions that you might not want to do in the moment, but you got to do in order to survive and to thrive. And sometimes it closes off doors and paths, and I feel that. I really do. I am back up north again, working for another 2 weeks. Another 2 weeks on, and I hope that I could have this consistency and push through this because really I would rather be home with my family and with my loved ones and with my girlfriend. And I wish I could do that every day. I wish I could be with them every day, but I can't, and I got to be up here north and I got to be working and I got to make money. And I understand that, and that's just kind of how my life has that's kind of where I've been lately in my life. It's just where my path has led. And that is 100% on me. You got to take control of your life. And something I've realized is that nobody is coming to save you. And if there is something that you want to do in your life and you're not doing that, that is 100% on you. You can change the odds. You can change your life. And it does start with that first step. And unfortunately, it takes more than that first step. You got to be disciplined and you got to push through those days that you just don't want to continue anymore. And you just got to move forward anyways, even if you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, because you might not see that light for a long time. You might not get to that point that you want to get to for a long time. But if you could push through all of that anyways, despite the challenges that you face, you have the chance at succeeding. And I can't even guarantee that. I can't even guarantee that for myself. But I'm going to try anyways because this outweighs the bad, if I'm being honest. The positives outweigh the negatives if I succeed. So I'm going to devote however long it takes to succeeding, and I hope I stick with my word. I could say all this stuff, I could really believe in myself, but it's going to come down to those days that I don't believe in myself, and if I still push through with it and stick with it, because those are the days that are going to determine if I succeed or not. It's not going to be the good days, it's going to be the bad days, because it's on the bad days that people give up. It's on the bad days that people let go of their dreams, because whatever is going on in their life at that time is outweighing the good that they're feeling inside. So I hope that when I'm having a bad day and I'm feeling bad about myself and I just don't believe in my dream and where I'm going, I hope I stick with it anyways, and I hope I push through it, and I hope that I could take some of that hope and the experience and the life that I've lived and apply that to that situation and push through those tough days. Because it isn't easy. No matter how much you might think it's easy, it's not. But it gets easier, I think, with momentum. But momentum doesn't set in until you've really made it past that first hurdle and that second hurdle and that third hurdle. It's like it's a continuous effort, and I got to get into that flow. I got to get into that flow of things. So this is it. This is the start of that. And if you've stuck to the end of this video, I just want you to know that I am thankful for you. And I hope that if you're struggling with anything in your life, maybe this inspires you a little bit to continue moving on with your journey, because that is important. And once you realize that your journey is so important and really it is the only thing that matters, then you know what? You can live that life that you want. And that vision that you see for yourself, you can have that. You just got to put in the work. Thanks for watching.